Hi. Happy Friday. I'm going to give us a couple seconds to get going. I hope everybody is enjoying their day. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Donnell, and I am founder and creator of Soul Academy, where I teach busy people like yourself how to tap into your inner guru and return to your true essence while living life on purpose so you can become conscious, creative leaders in the community. And I'm just hopping on today because one, it's been a while since I've done these. Sometimes I find um, it takes a lot of momentum to get into doing these. And if I would just do them every week, it'd be so much easier. I don't know why I make it so difficult on myself. But I'm here. So I just had to get that out of the way because I get nervous sometimes when I haven't done them in a while. But anyways, I want to connect with you guys today on a couple things. And one of the things that I noticed has stood out to me a lot this week when I've been working with my clients is the concept of, when you're somewhere with your business or with your life and you're trying to get to the next level with something. So you're trying to maybe break past some limitation, or you're trying to, let's just say in a business, you're doing really well, but it's time to go to the next step. You want to create more abundance or more money, whatever it may be. And I noticed a couple people that I actually even just spoke to today. They're trying to figure everything out from their head. They're like trying to logic their way through it. They're trying to figure out their plan from their mental capacities, and that's great. But I always have this saying, you don't know what you don't know. And so it's really important to always allow yourself to drop into your heart when you're trying to um, make some bigger decisions and some changes in your life, because we have our intuition to help us. And if you're not accessing your intuition, you're missing out on this huge, important way that you can be downloading and receiving more information in your life. And everybody's intuitive. I always say that. Everybody's intuitive. Everybody has their intuition. And it's just a matter of allowing yourself to listen to it. And I think for a lot of people, it's really hard to in this busy world because there's so much going on all the time. But it's really about giving yourself a little bit of space through maybe meditation or exercise to tune in. But back to these clients that I'm talking about is one of them has an amazing business doing super, super well, and just trying to figure out how to implement some changes and be able to make more of an impact in the world. But there's only one of him, and there's all these different opportunities that are going on. And so we were just talking about it and how he can figure out how to do all the things that are coming to him. And it was really interesting because maybe this happens to you guys sometimes where you really want things in your life and they're not showing up for you in that specific arena. And so let me make more sense of this for you guys. So in your business, you want a specific thing to be happening, but you're getting all these other opportunities. And so for him, he has a brick and mortar business that's growing and it's doing super well. He's getting all these opportunities that are pulling him away from his business. And he has to figure out if he wants to lead and make an impact more across the United States and be traveling and speaking, or if he wants to stay in his business. And I asked him, I said, what would happen if you were to leave your business and not be there? Well, they don't make as much money. Things don't go as well. Like his presence in the business helps create a lot of income. And so he's trying to figure out a way to do this. So I asked him, like, what are your limiting thoughts around this? What are the beliefs that you have about you being out traveling and leaving your business? Because there's a part of you that's manifesting and bringing in these great opportunities, but there's another part of you where your business isn't showing up and being able to create as much when you're not there. So we have to overcome the limiting thoughts with the business so that you can make a bigger impact in the world. So we were talking about it and thinking about it and brainstorming. But really what it came down to is when you don't know something, like if you've never experienced it, you're not going to be able to logic your way through it. So that's where dropping into your heart is so important, and figuring out how to listen to your intuition and use your divine support team to help you, asking questions of the universe. So I told him to ask a specific question so that the information will start to come in. So if there's something that you guys are grappling with, if there's a way that you want to grow and you haven't figured out how to do it yet, start asking questions. Ask questions of the universe and just see what's coming through for you. For him, I told him to ask a question about having, how can he serve at his highest and have a huge impact while still creating abundance within his current business. And so eventually, hopefully, the intuition and the downloads will start to roll in. So whenever you feel a little bit stuck, always remember to drop back into your heart. That's where your intuition lives. And go back to asking questions, being curious, and let the information come to you. And, excuse me, I'm just going to take a sip of water. If you feel stuck, then and the answers aren't coming, that's okay, because sometimes it takes a little bit of time for things to show up for us. And if we're too busy and we're not paying attention to what's trying to come through, that's why having a meditation practice is so important. Then it'll take a little bit of time to receive the answers, but they will come. If you keep asking the questions, if you go into a vibration of trust and knowing, and almost an expectation of knowing that the information will come to you, it will. That's how this works. You put it out there, it's going to come back to you. You just keep living into the question. And then, one of the things I've noticed for me, Diana, hi Diana, yeah, they do always come, is when you're in this space called the void. And the void is when nothing seems to be coming together. You're asking the questions, you're ready to make some changes in your life, and it's just kind of like, why isn't anything coming? Why isn't it happening? Sometimes we're in an integration process. I always tell my clients, whenever we experience a lot of changes and shifts, sometimes we need time in our physical bodies to really allow the shifts to take place within our energy so that we can show up differently. And if we don't give ourselves that time, then we're like trying to rush a process. And there is no rushing this life. Like, we are here. The more we show up for it, the more we give ourselves time to listen to ourselves and tune in, then the more that we'll move through these things. So remember, like, while you're going through this void time, that it's actually a gift. And I always consider it's like it's like the caterpillar right before it's going to turn into a butterfly, and it's in the darkness, and it's kind of like, why is it so dark? Why can't I see anything? What's happening? And then it comes out into this whole new reality. So maybe consider that the space that you're in right now, even if it's a feeling of being stuck or not having the answers, that you're in the void and that you're going to come out of it soon, and you're going to be stepping into a new reality, which I think is awesome. And speaking of, oh my gosh, you guys, it's been so crazy what's been going on around the world. With the eclipses and everything that has been happening with the cosmic weather, and then now with all the stuff that's happening in the United States, and now there's a huge earthquake in Mexico and Guatemala. Mother Earth is shaking things up, and there's a lot of shift and transformation that's happening on an individual level, but also on the planet. So just know, it takes time with all of this energy within even ourselves to integrate things. And then when we have all this stuff, playing out in our world, for people that are empathic, it's really tough. So just make sure that you're giving yourself a lot of downtime and a lot of time to meditate and drink water and get good sleep and all of that, because the energy is really intense right now. And I was tuning in this morning and feeling like this stuff that's happening on the planet is really so that we can all reconnect again. Like, there's been so much division and everybody, there's all this discord. And although these things are so tragic and they're awful, like, maybe the whole point of it is so that we can all come together and be a global community and help each other. And I think that's what it's forcing that to happen. So anyways, just know that if you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed by everything happened, and you tend to be empathic, that's normal. And the best thing you can do is take care of yourself and send love and just ask how you can serve. But anyways, I just wanted to check in and say happy Friday and say hello, because it's been a while. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Take care.